Hello everyone, this is Claudio from Samsung Canada. In this video I'll show how easy it is to install, configure, and use the Samsung Usage Tracker, which is one of the components of our business core solutions for XOA copiers that we launched in November. The Usage Tracker application is a serverless or standalone application which runs inside the copier and is designed to allow end users to configure, track, and eventually build back the usage for copy and print on the supported Samsung MFPs. And not only does that on a local device or on MFP, but it can do it for up to 10 devices that are linked together over the network in an aggregate fashion. So assuming those 10 devices are using the same user accounts, like it would be the case in a multi-branch environment for an SMB, like insurance or real estate. When you have agents walking into the office and printing and copying, with this type of application, you're going to be able to centralize the costs for each user account through the web interface, and even receive emails automatically from the application on the usage. So let's see how this works. The first step is to install the application on the copier, and as with any XOA application, you have to log in as the admin and go to the maintenance menu to upload the application file. It's a process which is similar to uploading the firmware on the copier. So we'll do that. Then there's going to be some sort of license agreement. Accept, hit OK, and then the code is transferred to the device's hard drive, and it's running Java inside the copier using its processor and memory, and doesn't require any additional resources. Also, for any XOA application, after the first install, you have to log out from the web interface and log back in order to configure and use the application. So let's do that. And typically, the applications are going to show up under the XOA tab in the web interface. Notice here there's a few of them installed on this machine, which is a 9352 running in our enterprise showroom. All you need to do is highlight the application that you want to configure, Usage Tracker in this case, and you're basically inside its menus now. The menus are very simple here. There's a count menu in which it shows separate clicks or number of pages tracked for print and copy combined, by size and color and mono, as you see here, as well as a total. It also tracks the number of scans, so scan to SMB, FTP, USB, email, and so forth are all a different counter, and outgoing faxes are a different counter, right? There's also a tab called Cost, in which it's going to show associated cost, again, by size, paper size, and type, whether it's color or mono. And right now it's all zeros because we didn't configure the Usage Tracker app. So everything comes into the configuration tab. First of all, in terms of how it works, the Usage Tracker uses the device's job log. What that means is that it doesn't rely on the standard job accounting. As a matter of fact, job accounting, let me show you, it's actually disabled on the copier right now. So accounting mode is disabled. The Usage Tracker does not rely on this, although it can support it. It can coexist with accounting. What it's using instead is the system log, which is essentially a log that it can enable under security, and it's going to track who did what and when. So let's go back and configure the Usage Tracker. Configuration is very simple. The first thing is choose the number of decimal places for the billing. I found out that typically 3 decimal places is more than enough for cost per copy settings. Then you can use a predefined currency. Unfortunately, it doesn't have the Canadian dollar, but that's not a problem because it has a custom setting, so you can put CAD, Canadian dollar, over here. And then you have to populate some figures for the cost per page. So let's say we want to charge 14 cents for a large 11 by 17 color page, and we want to charge 7 cents for a letter size color. And we also want to charge $2 per page and 1 cent per page, respectively, for mono. So once we did that, we're almost done. There's a section here where it says free count settings, where the admin can decide whether they want to offer free prints or copies. You can set a number of pages for color and mono, large size and regular small size or letter size pages that can be offered for free at that device. And then period settings means what is the window of visibility that usage tracker will show from the device log. Like I said, usage tracker relies on the device log, the job log, to track what happened. So this will merely mean what is the reporting period that we'll see either in the web interface or from the front panel interface, and in the reports that it's able to send back to you by email. And it's not, it doesn't mean that it resets the usage at the end of each period. So it doesn't mean in this case that every Monday it's going to reset. No, it means that every Monday you're going to have a different view. So it's a different window that shifts left and right, if you want, in the timeline of usage. So for the point of this exercise, let's choose monthly period and the first of the month as the first date in the period. So at this point, we're ready to use the product. The optional email notification can be configured here. So if I put my email address here, it means that I would get a notification at the beginning of the month on the usage. And then the last item here is what I mentioned at the beginning. The usage tracker is actually, to my knowledge, the first application on the market which is embedded. It doesn't require a server, and which allows you to track multiple MFPs centrally from a single or from any MFP connected to each other. So you can have up to 10 devices that are peer-to-peer networked and can communicate usage tracking for the same user IDs between themselves. So all you need to do is add the device IP. I'm going to use a 9301 that I have in the showroom as well as a second device. Right? And at this point, the machines are linked together, and any usage that occurs for a specific user ID will reflect possibly in the other machine as well, in the usage tracker, if I'm logged in as admin. So let's see how this works from the reporting stand of view. So right now that we set up monthly usage, I already did some copies. On this MFP, I have 2 large color copies. That's 11 by 17 and 3 letter size color copies. I also have 5 monochrome letter size copies, which brings the total to 10 clicks for this specific Samsung user ID. I also have a few scans. By the way, the scans and the fax are tracked in terms of number of pages, but they are not accounted for in terms of cost. So the only cost, if you see here, let's get back to the configuration. The cost component is for print and copy only, right? So it doesn't apply to scan or fax at this point. However, this might be something that Usage Tracker can provide in a future version. So if we look now at the cost tab, we will see some actual dollar figures that correspond to, let's say, the 14 cents per page for 11 by 17 multiplied by 2 is 28 cents, and 7 cents per page by 3 is 21 cents, right? So this specific user ID spent 54 cents on this machine. Now, since we established a connection with the 9301, I could go here at the drop-down list and choose the 9301 IP, and it's going to reflect the usage for that specific machine. What that means is that that specific machine probably has 10 pages. So 10 pages, and I set up the pricing, I think 9.5 cents per page. So let's check. So this is the 9301 interface. We actually see there's 10 pages, and we see the configuration is set for 19 cents in ledger and 9.5 in letter size for color, and 3 cents and 1.5 cents respectively for mono. So this is the 9301. This is the 9352. Notice the different numbers, right? I'll just alternate a couple of times. So going back to the tracking component, you can see either for the local machine, this is listed as local host. In this case, we're seeing the usage for all the users listed for the 9352, or you can see the remote device usage for the same user ID, or you can see the combined usage for all the devices. And in this case, it's going to add up to a different dollar value, right? So this is how it works. And with regards to reporting, this is the type of email it's going to send out. It's going to send an email with this type of information. For example, it's probably going to be blank. I didn't have usage, but this is the format that's going to be sent out. So the user ID, the period which was tracked, and how many clicks or what was the cost associated with that specific operation. All right. Now, from the user interface standpoint, it's equally simple. All you need to do is log into the device. I'll log in with the Samsung, which is the user ID that had some usage. And then on the user interface, you have the Usage Tracker application, which is the first, the top left icon. You highlight it, and it's going to show how many clicks you did in color, in mono, how many scans, how many faxes were sent, and what's the cost. And the cost is split in color mono by size, but it's also added up as a total. Notice here that I only see the cost and count for this specific user ID. However, if I would log in as the administrator on this machine, which I can easily do, let me do that. And then I will be able to see the usage for all the users, as well as see the usage on remote machines or total overall for all machines. So when you log in as admin, go to Usage Tracker. For admin, I don't have any specific usage, but then I have the user list here, and I can choose the specific user ID to which I want to look. So now I have the details for Samsung user, and I can centralize for all the machines, right? Like this. So notice here the details. And I'll do the same here. So you have for all machines is $1.49. If I just want on this local machine, it's 54 cents. On the remote machine, it's 95 cents. So this is the type of information that the usage tracker can pull up for you. It's very useful for end user environments that need to build back individually their users. That's about it with regards to usage tracker. I hope you liked the video, and thanks for watching.